time, I'm just making sure that everything's okay. I also saw a thing today, but it's not something you need to be worried about. It's not something that I should be worried about either, but I just thought it was interesting seeing a certain, I think it's even, well, I'm not gonna say that much. All I'm gonna say is that I pulled these directly from Steam Workshop, and if anything happens, and I'm just here to play a video game, kind of, mostly. But we'll do an Ath run and a Zektas run, that's usually the thing. If anyone has any requests, sure. You also may notice I've used another thing, but until that moment, as we get to Ath World of Horde character exclusive custom characters, yeah, you're gonna see. So, I forgot we start with 2 strength with this character. But, if nothing else, making sure, it doesn't seem like a lot, but making the jump from 1.01 to 1.02, and characters that have character events, is something that I want to practice on, as we have Charisma, Blight, seconds, Strength, Dexterity. I shouldn't care about the Lighthouse as much, we're just here to have some fun. But surviving is also fun, as it turns out, as I think I'm gonna do a Legal Den. And yeah, because I'm gonna try to get character events to work for some of my characters again, which does change the balance of characters. Not that that really matters much, but I mean, people will see a difference, and we'll see what happens. Now, I might not be able to do the events I want to for certain characters, mainly because apparently, I think it's because of certain perks, but I still haven't confirmed that, because it's really hard to test. At first, I thought it, well, as I tested more, I thought it was, and then I got them working in 1.01, so I was like, it can't be that. But then I tried it again in 1.02, and I was like, still running into that weird double event, double enemy bug, for me anyway. But again, checking all the syntax, just making sure every little change I do, usually I end up doing another test, even if it's something as small as adding different syntax to how I'm assigning variables is a thing that I chose to do. Also, why do we have 7? Oh, because we have, I think, do we start with ones? Yeah, I can't remember. In any case, we have poor perception and poor perception, but should have gone knowledge, actually. Should have even probably gone ally attack, but it's too late now. Otherwise, I could go meet Cleaver, but I think I'm just gonna reroll once, and yeah, we'll go for this. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, I did subscribe to another mod, and you may or may not see it, because I can't even remember what happens. So, hey. Anywho, yeah, so I do touch the characters a little bit just to see if they even work. If anything happens, then I have to do some magic on my side. Again, I'm not doing anything weird, it's just I have to do magic on my side if the situation calls for it, because if something crashes, I still want to at least play the character, especially if they have character events, because that is a big part of at least custom characters. So yeah, it would be nice to play those, but until that happens, hey, we're gonna find out, because then I have to also make the art while I'm also working on game development on the side as well. So that is a thing that has happened more this week, because as I found out, yeah, I was already using too many, because I work with RPG Maker, I was already using too many plugins, and specifically MZ, and unfortunately, for better or worse, as I think about what to do here, I'm on Ath, I don't have to fight this thing, but at the same time, -3 all for this? Yeah, might as well, right? It's not the best, but I'm topped off on reason. I'm just gonna justify it with that. Also, is that a new low stamina sprite, by the way? Anywho, it's been a long time since I played a lot of characters. I have played almost every character once, that is definitely on the Discord, but other places I've given them their fair due. And I've had my experience. But that being said, yeah, as we chill here for a moment, RPG Maker stuff. RPG Maker MZ, unfortunately, I don't have as many, well, I definitely haven't purchased as many plugins, that's for sure. So I'm just here and there, I'm going here and there looking for free assets, or free asset use, or commercial free assets in the form of plugins, but other things as well. That being said, because I also have MV and a few other RPG makers, I do have the license to use assets from them, mainly just character flips, but hey. And yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. If I get anything done this weekend, you'll see a video. And I may also preface that with, do I want to just take, yeah, I'm gonna take Recluse now and see and find out. I don't know if I want to make another channel. Yeah, for the sake of everyone watching World of War videos and other gameplay videos on this channel, I might make another channel. That won't change the fact that I'll put gameplay on that game on this channel as well. But if it has to do with like development and stuff and kind of like more game-focused advertisement videos, it will go on the other channel because I don't know for sure which I wanted to do. At first, I wanted to just put everything on this channel, but then I realized it would get really bloated really quickly if the plans I have actually play out as I intend. Because the amount of videos wouldn't double, as I nearly died on Reason here. We have Ghostly Spear, so we're still fine. But yeah, it'll definitely, even just a one video per day coming out, or one every few days, it can be already confusing with the amount of games I have on this channel already. And this channel is mainly gameplay focused, but obviously it's me as well, but you get the point. It can get a bit cluttered when I'm developing a game on this channel and also playing video games primarily on this channel. You remember RPG Maker 15 years ago? Thanks for making you feel extra old. Yeah. Same, man. Same. Or gal. Or hey, buddy. So, we're definitely gonna Ghostly Spear at least twice here. Because we need the damage. I could also absorb if that makes any difference. Costs for a reason, though, so what I could instead do, if I'm really greedy on max stamina, is forget this and sever again, but while we're sitting on low HP, I might as well just Ghostly Spear again and get out. But yeah, XP is one of the ones I have as well. So, I wanted to get all of them. Unfortunately, I don't have all of them, but well, that and obviously whatever I'd put in my video games, or in the games I'm developing for RPG Maker, will be quite apparent in terms of what licenses I do and do not have. Otherwise, you just have my word that I don't have everything, but I have a lot of RPG Makers. I've been testing things out over the years of primarily developing the RPG Maker. Not because I'm scared of coding and or programming, but also because I'm just more comfortable with the design aspect of game development, so designing things not just gameplay-wise, as I nearly die here, and we do have to forget this. I don't know why I picked that decision. Oh, I know why, because I am autopiloting, but this character is a cool-looking character. You're right. Unfortunately, I'm not making the character look cool, but, I do my best. I swear the low stamina and low reason has been changed for this character, but maybe I'm wrong. Also, did I ever get handcuffs, by the way? I did. Because we put the police patrols in downtown. I see the symbol. I don't know why I'm doubting myself. But yeah, to just kind of end the topic for the moment, doing a lot of RPG Maker stuff. If you see anything during the weekend, that's going to be my introduction. So just to ease you in so I don't surprise you and people don't go, Jordan, you stopped doing World of War or Stardew stuff or other stuff. Stardew, again. That's dependent. We'll see what happens over this weekend, because this weekend things are going to shift around for me personally. Not too much, like I'll still be doing videos here and there, but you get the point. We'll be doing a thing, so let's go in. If I don't get the sensor here, so be it, but hey. I could handcuff this encounter. I guess I will. So let me just make sure I do that. And if it doesn't come on screen, well, hey, I've done my best. Now here we do have to just go all out, because we can't brace into anything. Unless I choose to Ghostly Spear. No, I forgot Ghostly Spear. I forgot about that. Anywho, I could also opt to throw the army knife. I don't think it does enough damage, so we're just going to take the badly bleeding if it comes. Never mind. And away we go. So, take the sensor down. It should go down. I'm going to watch my stream for a moment, even though I'm just going to be leveling up as well, but we do have Quick Shopper. I don't think I'm going to use it. Again, Quick Shopper, if we're to talk about the game for a moment, is a very me perk, but even then, if I don't get the chance to buy cigarettes, obviously it serves no other use. Unless you're fishing for a tainted violin or cigarettes from the dog shop or something, but again, most of the time for me it's cigarettes. So second encounter, second mystery. And we're just taking up like 6 stamina damage, but hey. We'll see what happens. Coma painting. We could enter painting with 5 reason. Do I want to is the question. I can already hear my voice going crazy as well, so I'm going to take a sip of water. Not that it's going to help, but hey. OBS, please! Also, yeah, so here's... Okay, if we don't see the thing here... What we should be seeing on screen right now is an event that I think hasn't been translated into English, because obviously I'm on the English language right now. I think the events still play out, funny enough. So, unfortunately, I also just decided to face plant into an enemy here that I probably can't run from, right? No, I can, because custom enemies, but I don't know if we're going to be able to run from custom enemies, but we definitely need to run from this one. We don't have the reason for this. So, unfortunately, I have to go bye-bye. But, while we're here... my body! Hold on. Oh, my body! But, yeah. Custom character things. Also, follow Amy around. Oh my goodness, hold on. Oh, my body! Nice 11 roll on luck, by the way. I know we have 1 luck, but hey. Just assume you fail. Not all events, but... You know. What do I want to do here? Do I just want to take this Doom to the face too? I really can't, but I guess we have to. You know, let's actually just get rid of this Insomnia while we're here. That is quite a bit of reason it's doing to me over time. My next question... Okay, we can hit this. We do take 3 Doom for this, but... Army Knife! Also, bonus damage, but we didn't really need it, but I appreciate it. Anywho. We'll grab this light source, move on with life, and yeah, if nothing else, I think this character has the max amount of character events enabled, so... Things. Although I am wondering why that event... I mean, it could be a whole host of things, but I'm just thinking about it in my mind. Anyway, Amy, we have to leave you behind, so... 5 reason is nowhere near enough for this. So probably it's like 7, really, but... If we run into something like the whole Rin thing and have to deal with it, then yeah. We're also very likely to die here, but we'll find out till the end. We'll struggle till the end. If we hit this, that would be great, because then I could throw the flashlight and get out. But... yeah, a lot of things to do in World of Horde. Don't let anyone say it's the easiest game. Also, I won't say that it's the hardest game. By far, or I wouldn't say it's a terribly difficult game, but still, you do need to know what you're doing. As we do 15 damage and get out. And at this point, again, even if you quote-unquote lose the immersion, as we do die to reason here, because pain, but... you... well, and on top of RNG... if nothing else, the game does become a big puzzle in terms of the permutation of events and encounters that can get thrown at your face. So, I mean, if World of Horde is easier than easy, then, as I keep saying, then literally go and become a professional at any strategy game, really, that pays well and has competition for it. Because in that case, you should be at a certain level. Anyway, Zektas Career's birthmark, character exclusive to agree soon. Moving on. We are unfortunately going to get more curses. We also start with Insomnia, that is the thing. But do we need to get rid of it on a Curious Birthmark thing? It says opinions by a guy coughing away from the microphone, but you get the point. Charisma. I guess we will try to go for... no, we can't. That's right. We're on Zektas. I was going to say ally attack. No. Second encounter, light. Second mystery, Takushisan, and strength. Maybe. But ultimately, 5 reason damage, it seems, and a whole lot of doom from non-stat checks. But hey, we'll see what happens. That being said, let me keep adding the asterisk that is, I'm not trying to downplay strategy games. I'm literally trying to make an argument for, hey, so-and-so game is so easy. It doesn't have to be World of Horde, but so-and-so point-and-click strategy game is so easy. Literally, then why? I mean, I understand that there's another devil's advocate argument I can use, and that's, I'm just having fun, but sometimes that's not a... oftentimes that's actually not the defense that people are looking for. So, let us continue onward. Flood Teacher, Painting... so, unfortunately, on Zektas, we don't have a lot of Doom to work with, so you're gonna see me not even go for a weapon. Or buy a weapon. So we're just gonna go with our fists and do our best. I would have muted my mic there, but didn't do that. For any character, really, that starts with very low stats, you don't have any time for weapons. That's just usually the general strategy you go for. And if you know events enough, then you want to avoid any risk of Doom increase if you can help it. That's basically the baseline of Zektas. And same thing here, we don't really have time to run, so we just take this reason damage to the face. We thankfully do have Kana with us. I also didn't fill this empty bottle, but unfortunately this empty bottle is going to end up being thrown. And we'll see what happens. I could visit the vending machine to try and get a brick. I should probably do that. I'm going to spend about 4 Doom here looking for a brick, and if we don't get it, we're just going to run away. We don't have the strength for this. We literally don't. We die at 42% Doom. No, I could have just gone. That's right. We start with funds. I could have just gone and get a weapon. Gone and gotten a weapon. We're gonna do that now. So, and if we don't find anything, sadness. But so basically, I'm starting off with 4% Doom for no reason. But hey, we'll do our best because we still need to sit here and grab Kana. I also need to grab put the patrol somewhere. But again, as we slowly run out of Doom, we're slowly running out of Doom. If we go into another town mystery, we do get the chance to use the monument, but with our reason going to be at 2, and effectively at 2, yeah, we don't have a lot of time left. The brick is a RNG relatively low Doom cost weapon item. It's also, I think, on the same level as... Yeah, especially in speed, in terms of speed, it's the same as Branch and Broken Bottle, but it does it do more damage? Well... In any case, its main difference I remember for sure is that it does more throw damage than the brick or than the Branch and the Broken Bottle. But it is a relatively quick weapon to grab if you are lucky on Doom. So hey. Now I wasn't lucky at all, but hey. Also, you only really throw your first item. Didn't really helpful. It doesn't use an action in combat. Yeah, throw, using spells, using items is considered a free action if we're to use TTRPG terms, which is why I used that term when I talked about the thing. We also have Flood. I could take Flood. We're gonna take Teacher instead. Actually, why did I take Teacher? Because this is the end of this mystery is a Doom boss. It's fine. If we get to level up, all is forgiven, because we at least get to increase strength, and we're thankfully home free. It's better if I believe in myself. It's a better strategy if I believe in myself. Let me be more accurate. I mean, in general, as a human being, it's better if you believe in yourself. But in terms of taking Teacher before Flood, if I believe in myself, it's better, because I will get to do a thing. Now, we have to risk this one reason here, because we don't have the Doom to spare. But yeah, Teacher into Flood is better because you will likely take damage and then be able to heal in Flood. Now, unfortunately, if bad things happen, then we don't really have a lot to do. So, do I believe in myself? Yeah, because we're going to grab a pack of cigarettes. On my 3rd visit, we finally got a brick. A bit too late. But yeah, 3 damage, 72 speed is a pretty good, it's a pretty, actually very good fast weapon item. And then you get to throw it if you want to break some thresholds, but... Usually as a weapon, it's not bad. Now, yeah, let's just do... I don't know why I'm even risking this. Desperate Prep Strong. 15 damage. 16 if I get bonus damage, but that's not usually the case. And I think we're going to nearly do the same here. I could throw the brick instead, but... I want to do that during Flood. But if we're going to use the cigarettes, I might as well do this now. The sensor should go up. If it doesn't, who cares? Really? I mean, among the things I've seen in the past week, listen... Censoring this boss is by far the least of our worries. That being said, 1 badly bleeding would be not getting that would be appreciated, and the game decided to take me literally at my words. But what I was also gonna say is, obviously you still don't want to do things. Also, we did die to 0 standing, so we're gonna get into another run immediately because we're not gonna take that lying down. There's no way out. There's no way out. I'm just gonna get out. So our strength hit... Wait, did we get a... Why did my strength say -2? Anywho. We're gonna try again, basically. So, yeah, among the things... Obviously, you should still follow guidelines. Even if... It's not a matter of, hey, something is worse here or there. If you break a rule, you're breaking rules. But as we get to 7th Curse, Zektast, custom character once more. We'll see if we get a luckier run, and by luckier, I mean also not making mistakes, because we're taking about 6 stamina damage here, guaranteed. Are we going to take 3 reason? We'll find out, but boy. I should have really done an ally attack run, because I realized if I pick Zektast, I'm likely not going to be able to do it. I mean, I'm not really being stopped from running ally attack, it's just, boy, does it become a very worse strategy. But anywho. See how many options I have? Yeah, I assume if you mean throwing, being able to throw things for damage, so yeah. But also, yeah, achievements. I also got to get back to Harbinger Horde, or focusing a bit more on Harbinger Horde, but we'll find out. Botanist Ramen, Flood again, Arms, and Recluse. I didn't even mean to whistle there, but Arms, Flood, Ramen, Botanist, so I guess we could say Botanist for last, but if we have Zektas things or Roads Close things going on, Okay, thankfully I got the Armor Knife immediately, and away we go. The illegal in also being a low doom cost for low doom cost shop to enter. Unfortunately, it still costs doom, but if we get to level up, all is forgiven, as I said before. Masochistic might help, but unfortunately, since we might need more, well, never mind. We don't have any way to do a thing. What's our max level location? Seaside Village. We're gonna police station Village just in case when we go into Flood, the Theologist is in the village, but we'll find out. Unfortunately, I guess we'll see. I'm going to be taking Arms next anyway, I think. So I will be entering the vending machine again to grab a pack of cigarettes. I think it's near non-negotiable for Flood, for this character anyway. Unless you get a very fast knowledge item maybe, or the Cursed Scissors, but that's a bit too... As much flack as I give the Occult Shop, I do... It's a lot more likely than getting Timeline B Scissors, unless you choose Timeline B. Then it's a lot more feasible. You gotta remember that on Random Timeline, you're flipping a coin every mystery, and that adds a lot to RNG. Now, if it was just looking for Scissors on Timeline B, that's one thing, but because we're on Random Timeline as well, it's the odds of getting Scissors without re-rolling your mysteries on top of getting Timeline B, which is a 50-50 chance, if we assume that the RNG is all assumably there. But and yeah, at this point, yes, I normally don't re-roll mysteries, I normally don't re-roll much, but we do our best. Also, we take a bunch of doom damage there. That's the other side of Botanist, but compared to just dying later on with roads closed, yeah. Flood, Arms, Recluse. Oh, that's right, we want to take Recluse. We should take Recluse now. If anything, it'll help balance out Botanist because of 0 threat level to start on top of a very fast mystery, doom-wise. Especially if you get, well, not that, but we have to take this anyway. Even a 1% doom increase is dangerous to this character. I mean, if you want to go crazy conspiracy, well, not conspiracy, if you want to go paranoid with it, taking 1% doom is essentially putting you 2 or 3% doom closer because of this character's natural threshold for 0 statting on Zektas, which is 42%. Again, I get that number from, so if we only have 42% doom to work with, then 1% of 42, or 1 divided by 42 is about 2.5-ish%, which is where I'm getting my numbers from. If I increase my strength, obviously that threshold increases, but you usually don't want to assume that until you're like in your second or third mystery. Anywho, actually, we might want to sacrifice this toy. It increases my doom, but if I have more HP to work with during, especially since I have Masochistic on me, yeah, I'm gonna make a call here. It's gonna hurt, but I'm gonna make the call. So we should do 4 damage per attack, so we just take 6 reason damage straight up. And away we go. So we do get to level up. Let's just make sure that nothing weird happens. If I want to go for cigarettes, maybe? Yeah, right? This should refund me. There's a big question mark over my head as I say that, but we'll find out. I do survive, at least survive until 63% doom now, but the point is we need to keep leveling up. I think we're okay everywhere else, though. So long as we continue increasing strength. Let's see, hold on. 43, 38... No, well, yeah, we are. We're okay. in terms of, we're not going to zero stat as long as we keep increasing strength. But I didn't get to buy a pack of cigarettes. That makes me sad, but we'll make do with what we've got. So away I go. I don't think we even get to rest. If we get to school, maybe we get to rest, but I'm pretty sure I don't even get to top myself off. So let's find out. Funds here? Yeah, funds here. So are the research notes. They do nothing for us. We do have a bottle of water. Unfortunately, we have to go to the forest, so... Masochist does help out there, but this is an all-damage enemy, and we don't have the luxury of running, so we are going to roll on this. And then well, either way, we just desperate prep strong. So this fleshy toy has currently provided me no value. It's an interesting strategy, and it does work out if you play more efficiently than I do on average, but... Peace. Yeah, I mean, I didn't need the reason, but... Pain. And then, yeah, because of the current bugs in the forest in 1.02, I get to at least explore this event. Now, that wasn't as great, especially with Branded on Zectast, but hey, we'll deal as we move on. So yeah, nothing else to do here. We didn't even get to top ourselves off regularly. So yeah, this fleshy toy really did... I mean, can I just do that? Yeah, I can. Never mind, I had Masochist. That's right, I forgot about that. So we were getting value out of it. I completely forgot about Masochist, though. Because why would I assume that I would have an inopportune curse at an inopportune time? Did that make any sense? No, that didn't make any sense. Anyway, moving on, we're just taking damage to the face. We'll trade off stamina. That I'll remember to do, but... We're still not doing well here. Was that a graphical bug, by the way? It didn't show me meditate when I was trying to do a thing. But, anywho. If we hit both of these, we get out. I should have just actually kicked if I was going to do this, but hey. I don't think I even get to... No, I don't even get to meditate again, so... We do get to do a thing. Oh my goodness, time skip, don't scare me like that. But... We'll increase perception as much as it matters, and then we'll increase strength again. So at this point, yeah, I do die at 84% still, but... Assuming we get to increase strength again and we play somewhat efficiently, Doom-wise at least, we should be okay. And we have 11 stamina for this, so we're going to grab a pack of cigarettes. And this should last me probably until Takashi-san if I save this until the very end. Now, unfortunately, we ran into Miku first, which is not who we wanted to see. Wow, we don't even get to do this. So, what do? I don't want to just take 4 all damage to the face. I think I'm just going to run here. And we're going to take the stat penalty. But that's way too much HP we're taking, is my rationale. Now, thankfully, we get a lot of healing out of that, but it's still not going to save me if we don't get out quickly. Here I don't mind as much because if we are on Timeline B, we're only losing... Well, I say only, but the point is that we can trade off some reason here because the boss only does stamina. That being said, I would like to get out in 2 turns. So yeah, much appreciated. Thank you. We will get to level up at the end of the run. Will I hit 84% before that? That's a strength check on a character with low strength. That's fine. It's just, why did I not know that? Anywho, as our reason starts to immediately plummet. So we calm down the neighbor, punch out a window, and lose more reason. And then lose more reason. Are we dead here, by the way? Not if I hit this. 95% plus an empty bottle throw. Good. Now, we still need to get out in a good amount of Doom. But, while we're here... no, we need the experience. Making sure we don't have anything. I should smoke these cigarettes now. And yeah, we're on Timeline A. Didn't know that, but it's always good to be sure. Blood Moon means prep attack, stocks. But as we enter Ramen here, we'll see if that actually helps out. Or hurts us, sorry. Because we do have 12 cigarettes, and that should last until Takashi-san. I think Takashi-san even if he's last in the lighthouse, well, if he's on the 5th floor, we're gonna run out of cigarettes, I think. Thank you for giving me strength. That a bit late, but I mean, better than nothing. And yeah, we've already spent everything we can. So I will say this character's perks do all synergize with each other for my liking. For everyone else, though, yeah, you usually aren't really going into the. You aren't really shopping a lot during a run. I, myself, probably don't go into the vending machine more than twice, but I mean, as I said, even if it decreases Doom by 2 or grants you another fund and allows you to shop, because I think you do get your Doom back with the spender. I really need to learn this character's events. Anywho, we should survive no matter what, though. That's the relevant thing here as we get roads closed. Because even if failing every single reason check, we should be perfectly fine. So, we don't have that. We do lose 3 reason, but still. 3 stamina, 6 stamina, blah blah blah. And actually, we do have enough to survive. We do need to rest once. Because we run into, the light check immediately, which means we don't get to proc masochistic. We also have a flashlight, but in the interest of desperate struggle, we survived this run. If I die, it's because I've made mistakes for whatever weird reason. But, anywho, I'm just gonna say this. It doesn't matter, really. It doesn't matter. Unless I somehow get a broken bone, 3 broken bones, and then my Doom hits 84%, which it could hit, but you get the point. It won't be because of Takushi-san if I handcuff correctly. But, yeah, aside from that, you can do a Zektastor. Now, with 1 in a stat, it gets a little iffy, but after that, hey, definitely possible. Granted, I did have an item, and I did start with funds to get a weapon. That does help out as well. Let's move on. So without further ado, again, some of these characters we've played before, but the jump from 1.02, especially if there are any character events, is a heck of a thing. We do start with 2 great items, and Ath gives us Book of Gore, so theoretically speaking, our chances of survival are at like a 98%. There's like almost no way I should die here. But we'll see. Do-it-yourself flamethrower. If you do start with the do-it-yourself flamethrower, it is probably the best weapon. The problem is you don't normally start off with this weapon, so pain. Takushi-san, strength, charisma, knowledge, second encounter. Maybe every single stat check, but for the most part, also starting out with this stat spread is also very, very powerful. So, the general gist of things is if you give your character at least 8 strength and or 8 dexterity and give them a weapon, they're very, very good. In general. But, as I said before, characters with high stats do start to... The only way they suffer is if we get more events and or mysteries that punish you for succeeding checks. As we have Mermaid's Ward, Coma, Akamoto, and things. So, but there is a certain custom mystery that's out that does penalize you or decrease your HP for succeeding events, mostly in the form of Doom, but you get the point. If more of those events come up, which they're not a norm, and they quite frankly should not be the normal, but there are situations where succeeding events can hurt you. There's one base event that's like that already, as we have a non-translated event, but that's fine for the moment. If it gives you an item, it probably doesn't give... Well, no, it does. It does, right? If something gives you an item in another language that you're playing on, I'm pretty sure it does still... It gives you the item, but you can't use it because it's not translated. RIP ID system. But, again, we play with what we've got. Hospital pass, by the way. Anyway, you know what? Actually, the Dust of Sing would have been a good choice, but we'll move on for the moment. Yeah, we'll move on. We do have Akamoto. So we do have Doom to work. Yeah, we're gonna visit this village twice. I think I do want the thingamajiggy. But yeah, obviously a lot of picks for custom characters are immersion picks. I myself do the same, but obviously I sprinkled in I sprinkled more than a bit of balanced gameplay seasoning, at least what I think. Otherwise, obviously Columbo would have like 99 knowledge, but yeah, it's not like he needs it anyway. So, yeah. Theoretically speaking, I could fight this boss for giggles, but let's try to survive where we can. And move on. Because we have Ward anyway. We'll be in the hospital to do things. Period. So hope everyone's doing well this morning, this afternoon, this night, whatever time it is in your area, wherever you live. Because boy, right after this, I'm going to be busy, well, one, cooking, because I do have people around me that I should cook for. And two, getting back to game development because I'm probably just going to put out a prototype sometime this week on top of working on that. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete the World of Horror video I have planned for this week, but that is not a Harbinger Horror video. That's what I'm trying to say. A guide video is what I'm trying to say. I do 15 damage on demand. I think I can just keep the Curious Package. No, you get nothing. Our friend wants to be a hunter as well, but what they don't know is I also have handcuffs. Also, ghost encounters, but that's normally a problem most characters have, so that's not a fair... I mean, it is an objective observation, but it's not a fair assessment of a character normally. You know what? Quick thinking is actually better here. The healing from the Mysterious Meat perk is nice, but boy, is it not all we have. So we could just roll the dice here and see what happens. Now, I'm not lucky enough to hit 4 out of 5 80%, but you know what? We'll deal with it. Also, we got Maria at some point. I am autopiloting. This is not a normal run, or I'm experiencing a very much so an easier time. The do-it-yourself flamethrower is not meant to be picked up before your first investigation, but while we're using it, yeah, if anyone has if nothing else, this is a testament to the do-it-yourself flamethrower is a very powerful weapon. It's just a matter of whether or not you're going to get it, because boy, is it locked behind a mystery. On Harbinger anyway, it's locked behind requirements that pretty much will get you killed trying to get it anyway. So yeah. Fire Axe notwithstanding, because that's right, you do need the Fire Axe. I just reminded myself that you needed that to do a thing. I don't think I can one-shot this if I threw the meat cleaver. If I threw the empty bottle, if I threw an empty bottle and the meat cleaver, yes. But why would we do that when we have a flamethrower to use? Now, we do have Insomnia now, but unless we're stuck in a mansion doing events that fail us all the time, we don't really have to worry. That being said, I'm still gonna take safe options out of events, so one cut artery can start a very bad downhill trend. I do have painkillers on demand for 2 Doom, but I mean, which I do forget about a lot. I do forget to use 2 Doom for painkillers, but I really don't like using Doom if possible. And, you know, when the game throws me 12s on strength rolls that I have 10 strength in, what more do I really want for myself? Anyway, so yeah, we get extra damage on the meat cleaver and not the flamethrower, but the flamethrower is just that much better, and yeah. Away we go. Now, I did use the handcuffs on our friend earlier, but we can brace into prep strong with the do-it-yourself flamethrower, so part of that is just that its base speed is very fast, so I'm not even I didn't even remember that it scaled on dexterity. I think it scaled on strength before, if I recall correctly. But nonetheless, you get the point. It's very fast. If something is 70 speed, you normally don't care about how low your stats are, unless you have like 2 in the relevant stat. But even then, you might want to think about building into it. Otherwise, you're just building into strength to brace anyway. It's anywho. So let's go quote unquote look for friends. We'll put on the Crestfallen Mask just for extra doom. But yeah, I mean, that's nice for ghosts, but yeah, not really much else to do here. So I swear I'm not yawning because the gameplay is so boring, although we are having a walk in the park, relatively speaking. But I didn't get a lot of sleep either. I was up late, so specifically going back to I think I implied that we're going to get back into the talk of RPG Maker, and we are going to be now. Is that I realized for some reason that I deleted a lot of things that I was working on, and that wasn't a good thing because normally even just having access to something I've worked on before allows me to better remember things. Knowing that what my memory is like for anyone who's, who knows me on this channel, I forget a lot of things. So therefore, if I don't keep things around, notes and sometimes, I'm likely to forget certain things. I'm a very... It's not the correct phrase, but I'm a very selective rememberer. So certain things that as I fail 11 on Charisma, but if that were Dexterity, we would have failed as well. But yeah, that made it so that I ran into a recent problem in terms of specifically coding and battle animations for custom skills, which I shouldn't really do. If I'm looking for a prototype, I shouldn't even be working on animations, but you get the point. It's a matter of, as we... Apparently also this scales on strength and perception, which it makes a bit more sense to me now, but since we don't need it, because we have the Crestfallen Mask, we can just run away. And we use Jacob's Golonka for Doom, but stamina. But yeah, specifically in terms of how much to basically move certain things by pixel-wise, and then stopping them and moving them again. Would have been great to hold on to things so I can remember, but I didn't, so... Okay, also, for giggles, I'm gonna do this. I should actually rest here, but let's see if I run into any events without any rolls. As I proceed to heal Reason anyway, so you know what? We are just gonna rest here. A whole bunch. And away we go. Now, without the Crestfallen Mask, we would effectively be at 78% Doom, but that's still not the worst thing in the world, and even if we give ourselves burns here, boy, are we having a fun time. In fact, I was about to say, if I missed all 5, if I missed 2 out of 5, old gods forbid I missed more than that, but yeah. So, yeah, doing game development on RPG Maker definitely slowed down, even though I'm not really doing as much. There's like less than 15, well, that's not true. There's less than 30 minutes of gameplay right now, but that's because I'm still working on the things I really want to do. We can just take this to the face, by the way. I really shouldn't have, as we get a broken nose, but... Well, now we're not affected by the lighthouse. Well, we're not affected by the lighthouse, so we can rest in the lighthouse if need be. We shouldn't need to, but hey. We pass a bunch of checks. We can even probably fight this if I really wanted to, but... What's Takshisan really gonna do to me? Mystery Yakitori, we probably don't need it. We're just gonna stroll up this white little lighthouse. Not a certain house that is white, but... yeah, Takshisan is not gonna have a good time here. Oh my goodness, Hey, as it turns out, sleep helps you avoid getting sick, but I don't think I'm sick right now. It's just a matter of doing things. Take this empty bottle. Wipe yourself off. You dead. But yeah, and as we get into a Zektas run, this is going to be even more interesting. In fact, Zektas is just going to even the scales somewhat. Unless I get like 3 hallucination procs, then, or I get 3 hallucination curses, then it'll be a run. But other than that, yeah, the bottom line is the do-it-yourself flamethrower is pretty good. Less than 5 words or less. Still though, depending on the backstory we run into, oh my goodness, we run into, could be a problem, maybe not. I'm more scared of my Doom increasing to 100% than Zektas zero-statting me, but... I mean, for relevant reason, this character has no ZST, so... Takshisan first again, second encounter, that's all I really need to worry about. And maybe a dexterity check as well, but really, we don't need to worry about much. So, let's see what happens to us. We could get Outdoorsman. I should also grab funds. I see Ward, so I definitely need the hospital pass, but let's find out if we can even get that. So we can sell the thingamajiggy. We'll also enter Metamorphosis now. But more importantly, we're going to sell the Inspiring Novel to get the hospital pass guaranteed. There might have been something else there I wanted to buy, but hey. Hey, what's our luck again? 5? I mean, we got a fair luck check. It's not going to matter. Zektastin Doom is my greatest worry here, and if as long as I can decrease Doom, I shouldn't need worry. But I guess we'll find out, won't we? I totally forgot, but since we have some season, well, we have some mansion as well, so we're gonna police patrol the mansion. I completely forgot, but maybe we'll live, maybe we won't. We'll find out. Stay tuned as I bumble my way through a character that has the do-it-yourself flamethrower. Even if you're just listening, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best. That energy drink might come in clutch, but we'll see. If I even remember about it, because I'm about to store it right now. 9 dexterity, nope, rolled a 10. Hey. And Zektast hasn't even affected this yet, but as we sit here and use this do-it-yourself flamethrower on this goblin seal, I could have braced actually here, decided not to. And yeah, let's fight. Now we do want to brace here. That's 3 all versus -1 all is quite the threshold to... is quite the difference in HP loss per turn. But next turn I can prep attack, prep strong. I think we still want to increase strength. If for no other reason to brace. I think the do-it-yourself flamethrower was recently, relative to the number of patches or updates, changed from strength to dexterity. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember a lot of things, but I'll do my best as we hospital pass our way through this mystery. Oh, I almost dropped my headphones as well. Hey, is this going to be hallucinations? No, it's flashbacks. Even worse. So... we'll keep it for now and see what happens. Now, if we get a second flashbacks, we will discard that one. But let's see what happens to my prep attack, prep strong. Oh yeah, we don't get to do it anymore. We still get pretty close, but in terms of prep attack, prep strong, yeah, we don't get that anymore. So about 8 dexterity. At 8 dexterity, I think we could do it, but with 7 dexterity, no. So doesn't matter anyway, I'm bracing, but we are slowly losing our stats, so it would be nice. But we'll basically wait until Zektast penalizes us. Unless Zektast wants to give me dexterity, that would help out too, but until that moment, we'll see what happens. A quick thinking would also help out here, but let's find out. Yeah, so survival instinct, yes, but no. I feel like I should have used something before this, but we should still be fine here. I might even gamble, depending. 12 damage per, and we don't have enough. Never mind, I lied. Do we? Well, kind of. This should be real 12 damage, so 95%. If I miss this, fair game. Anywho. Didn't need to use the handcuffs yet, but save them for Takushi-san just in case. Probably don't need to, but you never know. So away we go. Into... do I want to do painting with 5 reason? No, I'm going to do festival first. Its arms will be last. If we have the boss there, so be it. We're more than prepared, but just making sure that nothing really wonky happens, although a spiral hood would help out here. We'll find out, though. Is it 5 strength? Every 5 strength, 5 perception, you get bonus damage? I can't remember at the moment, but we'll find out. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. Yeah, we should be able to do this and then do prep attack, prep strong. Yeah, 8 dexterity with a normal do-it-yourself flamethrower. Anyway, if the speed fluctuates, it can be a problem. In fact, a fluctuation of 2 there, which is normally the minimum it can fluctuate up and down, I think. If not, well, we'll find out. But basically, any slower, and we might not be able to do Prep Attack, Prep Strong. We never got Outdoorsman, so be it. This is going to be quite bad for the Thingamajiggy, but I said I was going to do a thing. I forgot I was going to do how to do thing, and yeah, away we go. Oh, flashbacks. Get rid of flashbacks. Bye! That way, for the next 63-ish% Doom, we should be able to Prep Attack, Prep Strong still. Again, trying to make tactical decisions here and there. As we're in Timeline A Festival. And we'll find out what happens. My body. So as I said, we're probably gonna enter painting now. Painting. Yeah, painting now. Arms last. And whatever we get, we get. I think extra healing would be much appreciated. And if nothing else, I think, well, if the energy drink is not going to be coming in clutch, then we're going to be drinking it just to stay at 8 dexterity. But while we can nearly one-shot this guy, we'll go for it. Again, 75 to 85% is my threshold for taking risks, especially if it doesn't kill, but if something is going to kill me, I will likely take a second option out. Or a more guaranteed option out. That has no risks at all, but while we're here... I probably could have guaranteed that, but... We'll play with RNG. We do get a light source here. As for anything else, we could even fight this boss if we wanted to... If we're not on 7th curse, yeah, we're on Knight Errant. So for the sake of Knight Errant penalty, we could fight this boss. Do I want to? 6th reason. I can still fight this boss. But we're on the 4th mystery onward. Yeah, we're just gonna skip. We're getting penalized on Zectast anyway. Might as well skip. Although Amy would have been great to send at an enemy. We brace here, by the way. And we go all out? Yeah, go all out. 1 is guaranteed, but 12 damage would be much appreciated. Thank you. That way I can just do this. And away I go. Jacob's Golonka. I mean, I'll take any healing I can get, even if it costs 2 Doom, but we do also want to level up. So, winging it? Yeah, sure. But more strength, though. And into arms I go. So we'll definitely be entering the lighthouse with about 7 dexterity, so if we have the dexterity check, so be it. If not, bleh. And we'll move on. Nice 1 roll on strength. I'll take the good luck, but boy, why do I build? Anywho, if we get out of funds, we'll trade off stamina. We have 10 strength and effectively 8 dexterity. 8 strength, 8 dexterity. But I will spend 1 doom there to avoid stuff. I think that's a strength check, but hey. Or was it a luck check? I don't even remember. Aha! I have no funds, so that's one of the... So we know that events can penalize you when you have no funds. That is one of them, because otherwise you would spend 1 fund there. But since I don't, it says that, hey, instead you lose... thinking about what to do here. Instead you lose 2 reason. So obviously you can make it so that you can lose something, but certain events still don't do that. So until then, we'll make use of them. I might as well just do this again. Again, either way, prep attack, prep strong, or that. My reason is slowly dwindling. We do have a flashlight, but, you know, it would be nice. It would be nice. We're on Timeline A, so we're perfectly fine. We do have the 6th floor now, but it shouldn't matter. As long as I do this, and we take out this energy drink, we're perfectly fine. Because now I can even drink this energy drink now. It'll last. Because I'm pretty sure what's happening under the game's hood is that whenever a mystery ends, it runs some kind of end of mystery function. And as long as that's not being ticked off, then this energy, or anything that temporarily lasts until, quote, the end of a mystery, unquote, will stay in effect. But I should be able to just walk up this lighthouse. So, without further ado, yeah, Takshisan. Yeah, the flamethrower, but he's fine. We gotta arrest someone. Someone's gotta be culpable. Someone's gotta be at fault for everything. We're gonna blame Takshisan. Light shows and tricks. Don't remember. And off we go. So yeah, without further ado, again, as I said, starting with pretty much, I think this character has like plus 42 in every stat, like cumulatively, and then having a weapon on top of that, yeah. Even if strength was lower, like if you have a 40 plus stat total, even if strength is like 2 or 3, that means you have some other stat that's high, which means you can just build into anything you want. So, without further ado, keep in mind this is a video game, so anything that happens is fiction, and it happens in the span of lore, and we're playing the game as gameplay stuff. So, as we get to add the roll for more custom characters. While dexterity being low is a thing, I don't care about it as much as strength. So, Takshisan, second light, every single non-stat check, knowledge, and maybe charisma. But we only have 4 knowledge, which we do want to be careful about, but we start with fractured ribs and the flesh regrowth. So the thing about injuries, and custom characters that start with injuries is that you have to remember that people are most likely going to treat injuries right away. Even if you assume that it's a harmless injury, you can get them treated and get hasty aid or discharge summary off of it, which might be part of your plans, but it's often overlooked. So usually when I'm playing with when I'm making custom characters, I'm not planning to give them an injury unless I purposely, consider it as part of the balance. Akamanto, by the way, metamorphosis as well in scissors. So we could choose to do a thing. I forgot that I had already taken a bath, but hey. I could go for scissors here. Do I want to is the question? Probably. Yeah, the main reason I'm saying that is if we're on timeline B, we can get we option select the ghost ritual. The question is, do I really want to do that? Also, just to say it now, I subscribe to a custom enemy mod on the workshop, so if those enemies aren't appearing, either I'm just so unlucky to have not run into any of them, or, no, actually I think I have. That would explain that one encounter, because I don't think, well, yeah, does it? Well, we're gonna find out. I probably ran into it and didn't recognize it. I thought it was a character event and not in a custom enemy. Question mark. Let's... Do I want to do this? What do I get here? Definitely not a prep attack. That's for sure. But this is festival, and that's ramen. So we want to do festival and ramen 4th and 5th. I don't want to fight metamorphosis now, though. But if I enter Akamanto and then do... Yeah, we're going to do scissors first. If we're on timeline A, I guess we'll try fighting the scissor lady. It's gonna be real interesting, though, by the way. Because I normally don't do this. I can't run from this, unfortunately, but we do have Flesh Regrowth as a backup, and then forgetting both spells to heal to reason, but I still don't want to do that if possible. So as we 3-turn this encounter... Yeah. Or not. I can't do math. But we're not on Zictass, so it doesn't matter as much. And also we're in scissors, so the amount of doom that's going to increase is usually going to be low anyway. At least, I think. If you get really unlucky, it can increase by a lot. But to fight a scissor lady and still get her scissors, you usually want to run from Maru or the teacher there. If we're to go over scissors, timeline B, scissors... Cursed scissors strat, sorry. Oh my goodness, because that's right. This mystery is shorthanded to scissors. As we get this. But, yeah, I think that might actually be the custom enemy event. Because that doesn't look like an event this character would have. So, which I guess makes sense. Actually, I should check really quickly as I sit at the scissor lady here. That way I can think about what I want to do, really. Because we do get bonus damage because both bats are blunt, and Scissor Lady is weak against blunt for the sake of design decisions. But no, I should have subscribed. Yeah, I did subscribe to the English version. So maybe those events that I saw were actually part of that mod and not the custom character, if that makes any sense. I think I am just going to swing for the fences, by the way. And if the Scissor Lady raises her scissors, I mean, we do have a comfortable brace with 7 strength. But while we're here... Either way, we're probably going to go down to 3 stamina and or 3 reason. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. Unless we hit this, maybe. Okay, so when we hit that, do we get to do this, or do we have to still roll on RNG? I think we have to roll on RNG here. So we're not going to take the risk. Which means I shouldn't have thrown the wooden bat, but I didn't know I didn't know I didn't have enough RNG there. Otherwise, if you're feeling particularly lucky, sure, you can roll on a 67% there, but not for me. Also, keeping in mind I needed about... I needed about 6 strength there with the baseball bat. The wooden bat isn't that much faster, but the scissors are going to do us some good, is what I'm trying to say. So into Akamanto we go in the hopes that we somehow get a perk when we level up. And if we don't, I guess we're in for some pain. Oh my goodness. 3 dexterity? No, we're not going to roll on that. Although we do need healing at the end of this. And we are in Akamanto. Also, I forgot to visit the police station, but not really an encounter I can use it on at the moment. So we're going to desperate struggle anyway, but better than taking 3 stamina to the face and possibly dying to an event. We could still possibly die to an event, but at least I know it would require me to take penalty damage. Yeah, but we have Metamorphosis into a thing, and I see a max threat level mansion, so the police patrols are going to the mansion. So we arrest Akamanto here. What else are we going to do? Because, oh my goodness, I need to sleep. Oh, penalty damage, by the way. Help, help. This and hope. Good. Didn't get a single... I'm going to reroll here, actually. Well, yeah. You can expect most characters to have the pushing yourself perk pack. Most protagonists or dirtagonists do. I'm not saying this character is a protagonist, but you get the point. We're going to open up funds, by the way. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. I forgot. Anywho. Oh, wow. Yeah, we really need healing. So, we're going to rest at least twice. We're going to enter Metamorphosis, but hopefully we don't lose any more stamina here. I'll probably be resting anyway, but the point is that I find out what I really want to do. I was about to say, I couldn't Desperate Struggle. I must have right-clicked and deleted by accident, but let's handcuff Akamanto somehow and move on with life. Blood Moon, we're doing Prepped Strong with the Cursed Scissors anyway, so that doesn't matter. I mean, we'll enter Festival, but I don't think I can survive Metamorphosis with 4 stamina. So it looks like later on in the run, we're going to visit the tree. If for no other reason than to avoid more, say, if I know I'm going to get branded and I visit the tree and get branded, let's roll less. RNG, but that's actually worse because I'm using a high damage weapon. It would be better if I were using a fast weapon, but we're gonna see what happens here, I guess. I mean, doesn't matter for now, but we do have Flesh Regrowth as well that I wish I could have used, but we'll trade off Reason for Stamina and see what happens. We'll see what happens. Am I gonna be okay here? Yeah, this extra point of damage is actually doing worse for me. So, I guess I'm gonna... Do I want to do this? We're gonna do this instead and see what happens. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. Help. We missed, by the way. If you miss again, yeah, we're going to do something else. So, this isn't gonna help me for the moment, and we're just gonna do this. Hopefully this isn't the end of Mystery Investigation. If it is, we're gonna do some stuff. But if it's not, we're gonna rest twice again. Mainly because we have the Crestfallen Mask. But knowing that we have Festival coming up, I really wish I didn't have to do that. We did though, so in we go. We're effectively at 51% Doom, and I forgot to get rid of Blood Frenzy. That's not as great, but we need to hit this, by the way. We need to really hit this. Okay, good. I mean, we had the baseball bat, but still. It's nice. So, let's, well, one, get time skip, but two, get rid of this, because this is not doing, this is arguably worse. So, I mean, it can be very good for you. Blood Frenzy is a double-edged sword, obviously, but for most people it's a positive. For me, it's mainly a negative, but I don't know, maybe it's the way I do things. Anywho, strength, no charisma, just in case. But we will rest here twice, so let's put on the Crestfallen Mask and move on with life. Don't find a single ally, so be it. And yeah, when we get into Zektas, this is going to be a very interesting run. This is the run that I wish I had Zektas in, mainly because I have the Cursed Scissors, but we'll find out. We might even just die to reason straight up, but until that moment, we'll struggle till the end. Had to check something really quickly. Well, I mean, we get out in one turn, but there's only so much I can hope for. Also, foreknowledge. But we'll find out. If we survive. I have 9 strength. Just give me 1. Just give me 1 fair check while I have 9 or above strength. Just a little bit. Just 1. But that was how the dice roll, so I put a timeline B thing. This would be interesting to get, but we already have the Crestfallen Mask on. It would be interesting to wear it, but unless I roll like 2 11 or 12s in strength checks, we theoretically should not need it as we enter Ramen now. But we'll see. I could trade off Doom here. We're not going to do that, and I paid for it, but we'll make do with what we've got. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, 8 charisma. Thank you. Goodness. The one event that I always remember because, like, oh, you lose reason or you get a bunch of reason. That being said, we're going to lower Doom again, so just going to clap my hands and move on with life. We're actually going to trade Doom here, but if unless a freak accident happens, we should survive here. Nothing even if we run into Miku, we might just run away, but until that moment, we should be sitting pretty. If not, pain. But yeah, otherwise, I think the only thing I need to do for that, for the events that are not working is literally the translation. But we'll see what it actually is. Now, I'm going to be curious, but we'll see what happens. We probably don't even need to level up here, but if we have Takushi-san, I'll level up. Also, out of interest, yeah, Takushi-san is our first thing, and I think this character may only have pushing yourself, which is fine, but interesting to note, because that at least gets me quick thinking quickly. It gets me quick thinking quicker. But as we snip Takushi-san here really quickly, and then throw a baseball bat at his knees, yeah, we should be perfectly fine here. But yeah, without further ado, let's try to guess this right. But oh, it was Akamanto. I forgot because I was like, oh, let's level up before Akamanto and or before Metamorphosis. I'm even getting it wrong. I'm too tired. I'm so sorry if I have to end this stream earlier, but I mean, I will get through 3 characters. It's just a matter of how lucid I'll be. Keeping in mind that tomorrow is the Nuzlocke stream, and Sunday we'll see what I decide to do. Until that moment, yes, it'll probably be another World of Horse. I think I usually like to keep the status quo and then just add on to it. That way, I'm not shaking anything up too much. But if I do, I'll usually let you know. But as we get into Zictast, random backstory Fatalist in this case, character-exclusive custom character. Yeah, Zictast Fatalist does present some issues if you're trying to do some immediate first mystery weapon strats, and by that I mean getting a weapon from a mystery like Vigil, like Scissors, and I think there's one more included there. But with less mysteries that you know for sure, and if you don't know mystery icons, definitely 0. Every single stat check, which we're, you know, just take all this 6 stamina, 5 reason with the light check at the end there on the 6th floor, and Toxie-san sitting there waiting. But I think we are still going to go for mystery 1 weapon strats. If not, maybe we get Book of Gore here. Mind Drain is okay too, or is incredible. Sorry, let me correct myself. We do start with a weapon, but we want a better weapon if possible. Otherwise, you know, I guess we are using the baseball bat. It's not the best weapon, actually. I do want to trade it out, but all I see is painting and Kana, so we'll take the next best thing and do Kana first. We'll investigate with Kana. Hey, the threat level of the apartments rose up. Ooh, but we have painting and things, so I guess we will. We do visit the seaside once, but the forest is more important here because high threat level, and we're gonna enter painting at some point. So, yeah. But keeping Kana would be very helpful for us in this task run. We don't want to enter. Not entering any shops at all does a heck of a thing for our run. Also, because we only have pushing yourself, that helps our dexterity on Zictast as well. Because again, as I mentioned earlier, we don't have to. Well, there's less RNG involved with getting quick thinking whenever we want to. So I can sit on 3 dexterity for a long moment, unless we get flashbacks. But that's normally not going to happen. But now that I say that, maybe it's something I want to do. But extra strength is still very much just as much appreciated because this character thankfully doesn't have 2 on a stat on Harbinger. And theoretically speaking, they have 4 dexterity and 5 knowledge on non-Harbinger difficulty. So again, this is not the worst thing in the world, and having high strength is always a big thumb. I'm doing a thumbs up in real life, but a big thumbs up. It's quite important, is what I'm trying to say. But as we save Kana and get out, and we have the 6th floor, so we are taking like 5 reason damage. We're gonna rush experience here and then go into painting immediately. Now we could have Metamorphosis and Akamoto sitting behind those mysteries, but let's take what I would normally consider a more consistent route and do painting second. Although that might not be as much. Also, I don't know why. No, I know why I did that, because I had 7 charisma, and the game decided to roll a 12 with a +1 modifier. I'm shaking my head in real life. Let's just start rolling on events, I guess, and see what the game gives me. All things considered, this character does roll well on average. Especially when you know your events, but when the game decides, hey, just die, fool, then I guess I'll just die on events. Until we run into a bunch of bosses. Really, though, yeah, it's the bosses that are probably going to give me the most trouble. Now, don't suddenly stop, and I might be able to 3-turn you. I mean, we still get to do this, but would be nice, wouldn't it? So, with that said, we do this and hope we hit an 80%. The bonus damage did help out, by the way, because I can brace into a 5 damage attack, but we're not out of the woods or this mansion yet. So, also, that's right, we have Mind Drain. I might actually be able to save Amy here. Do I want to, is the question? Yeah. Just so I don't have to rest, which costs Doom. So, now, unfortunately, we did go into this, but no. Nope, we trade stamina for reason. I really got greedy with the overheal there, but also Mind Drain. Although we can't take a hit here, just in the face, but we still want to Mind Drain. We want to top ourselves off while dealing damage, is what I'm trying to say. So I think we're at like 10 max reason now. Yeah, we are. And now we brace, because we're going to get the Restless bonus. Doesn't really matter. It kind of does, actually. So I'm going to roll on the 70%. Okay, good. And this should be near guaranteed if we somehow... Oh, never mind. Cut arm sinew. I lied. What a time to be alive, by the way. But we're going to brace again, I guess. I think that also affects my kick action for whatever reason, but... Yeah, Hasty Age shenanigans. Hasty Age shenanigans! Help! I should have also prep attacked. I don't know why I did that to myself, but... What a time for that Hasty Aid to come in, though. But again, all this because I rolled into all one charisma. We're gonna take more experience. We do need to level up. So... yeah, none of these are particularly helping us. Although knowledge into dexterity is gonna be one of our best things to do. If Zectas... You know what? Because we're increasing dexterity now, if and when Zectas does give us dexterity, it's actually going to be worse for us. Because, theoretically speaking, that means we could have taken any other... taken any other stat increase or healing, which does hurt us in the long run. As I just said, at least I don't have to worry about increasing dexterity anymore, but... You know... RNG. But again, keep in mind the asterisk at the end of all of this is, as much as I complain, we're still doing pretty well, all things considered. But that's right, I forgot to get rid of Cut Arm Sinew. It's gonna hurt. I can Mind Drain again. I don't want to keep Mind Draining though. In fact, I didn't even want to Mind Drain there, but we'll deal with it. As long as the next two mysteries are not like Scissors and Vigil back to back, we should still be relatively okay. All things considered, we're at 37% Doom, moving into our fourth mystery soon, even though we're about to get a bunch of Doom. I promise you, we're doing a lot better than you think. Or than I am portraying with my words. That being said, though, we are still gonna swing for the fences here. Because we're losing less Doom if we fight this thing than if we ran away. Mainly because of Kana. So let's see what happens to our face here. Zectas penalizes again, but it doesn't matter anymore unless we get brain damage. Then I care a bit more. But as we enter our next mystery with about 47% Doom, we should be okay. If we're not okay, that would be really, really weird. But anything can happen with the rolls that I get. Yeah, pain. Also, first stuck in, well, there goes our rest action, but if we can keep everything else healthy, shouldn't need it. Here's quick thinking, by the way, and here's more strength on top of it. Into Ramen we go, and yeah, let's finally get rid of this Cut Arm Sinew. That's really bad. It's a major injury too, so into another Hasty Aid. But you know what? Can be worse than that, right? It can be if it's Cut Artery, but Cut Artery is pretty much a near guarantee. You have to get rid of that. That's unfortunate, but we do still have Mind Drain. I'm gonna do what some people do and just use Mind Drain again. And we'll risk going down to as low as 6 or 5 max reason, because HP. If I'm gonna fail as many rolls as I do and do things like this, I should just be taking the max reason loss. It's usually a lot better than taking max stamina anyway, if for no other reason than the average Lighthouse case, but, you know. We'll see what if our last mystery is Metamorphosis, yeah, our Mind Drain is going out the window. You know, I haven't rolled that many 10s, 11s, and 12s, but still, like, if the game would just give me more fair rolls, I would actually appreciate it. We run away from this, by the way. We could fight this. We have handcuffs, but no. Let's use the Doom while we've got it. So, without further ado, what is our last mystery, and is it going to be Metamorphosis? It's Vigil, so not the worst in the world. We're still going through a lot here because, yeah, these things can be very not great for me, but I'll take the 100% accuracy where it lies. Is that with Blood Moon as well? No. Thankfully, we don't have Blood Moon. Yet. Probably should have rolled on double strong if I could do it, but it didn't look like I could do it, so... Okay, moving on. It would be appreciated if we could decrease Doom more. But this is the mansion. We can just run into Rumaghost. Period. So, let us... yeah, we shouldn't run into any human enemies here, since I plan to do the Vigil. Period. But if bad things happen like that... Oh, that's right. I should have just avoided this. I don't know why I ran into this. I should run here. Yeah, there's no way. So this is the enemy that we run into. Thankfully, these still work, even though the language is different. But, yeah, we're not normally going to fight a 30 plus HP enemy. Even if it's only doing -2 reason. Keeping in mind, I think we have Kana with us, so it would be doing a lot more. But I would rather run into Out of Funds than anything else there. I could have also Mind Drained that enemy to defeat it, but no. Just no. So we'll feed the plant and move on with life. And yeah, that's just going to be what the base... And, you know, if you give me Kathak, then we're going to take some drastic measures, because Kathak is all about preparing before you run into those encounters, as I run away again. But if we're not on Kathak and I don't have something like a Swollen Joint or anything, yeah, we're just going to run from most custom enemies. You can't really stop me. And even then, that might warrant a pocket knife, because the Doom and the funds you spend might be worth the HP that you're not losing. But anywho, so we definitely have 8 strength for this. So we should be able to just walk up this lighthouse. And then Takushi-san is perfectly at the end, so we can just Mind Drain Takushi-san and leave him as a, you know, unconscious husk on the ground. But hitting also being under 3 stamina would also help out. So if we can handcuff Takushi-san immediately, that would be cool. But we'll see. Also, we do have Hasty Aid, right? So if this Hasty Aid turns into a cut artery, we're actually dead here. If we allow Takushi-san to hit us, which should not be happening. Actually, did I use the handcuff somewhere? Or did I store it? Yeah, I stored the handcuffs. Well, that means we're just going to use Mind Drain a whole bunch. And then we do a very desperate, very prepared, strong attack. Hiya! You don't belong in this world, Takushi-san, and neither does this custom character. But as we finish this off, yeah, again, if no one has any requests, we're going to close up this stream quickly because, boy, I am slowly losing focus. But not really much else because I don't think... Well, there's other characters I could play, but just making sure... Yeah, there was, but for the moment, I think we'll be okay. Especially because I have other things that I definitely need to get going on. But let me just make sure for certain what I want to do. You know what? I think we are going to play one more character. Question mark. Yeah, we're going to play one more character. So, but again, I will take requests if anyone requests anything. So, for the most part, I do need to start the game over to do this. Or I need to close the game and restart it through Steam. And with that said, we'll see what happens here. If you immediately run to a crash, hey, I just pulled this character out from the workshop. So, we'll do another set of 2 runs here, and yeah, I gotta sleep. I can't actually sleep as much today because there's a lot I have to do, but we'll see what I ultimately decide as I go the wrong way, as I still go the wrong. No, we're fine. So, without further ado, let's get into the stuff, and we'll do one more, and we'll see what happens. And if we crash, well, then that's the end of the stream. But yeah, we start with Mind Drain and Memory Extract, and Ath was just the troll and gave us another Mind Drain. But you know what? All things considered, that's a pretty strong start, even without a weapon. But getting a weapon is still an issue. 4 Strength, 7 Dexterity, 8 Perception, 5 Knowledge, 5 Charisma. We'll see what happens. 7 Strength, Charisma, every single stat check. Light, and maybe Takushi-san at the end, but the 4 Strength is scaring me. I don't normally like to build into dexterity weapons, so that's why when I see 8 perception, I'm gonna go for the army knife instead. And we just become, you know, become God. Ghostly Spear, Mind Drain, Memory Extract. That's a god comp if I've ever seen one. I can still die, but until that moment, the only way I really die here is if I fail nearly every event I run into. Flood, Agamotto, Coma, Festival, Kana. And this is a pretty cool order of mysteries as well. Because Kana right into 2 boss mysteries. This is pretty much what you would want out of a good RNG run if you could get one. That being said, I forgot to grab a weapon, so let's do that. But if I said Akamanto, then yeah, really good. Even if it was Metamorphosis, it'd still be really good. But because it's Akamanto, it's even better, because we get to decrease Doom by a lot, because we also have Flood. So, yeah. No matter what, it would be Kana first, then, you know, I decided to play around and find out, and the game was like, no, fool, roll a 12. And I'm like, well, guess I can't run anymore. Is that a major injury or is that a minor injury? If it's a minor injury, we'll get it. Well, we have a bandage, never mind. Don't want to risk hasty aid into cut artery. Let's just... The game decided to slap me when I said, hey, let's play around, and... Yeah, let's not play with RNG anymore. That's why I don't play with RNG most of the time. Oh, goodness. Store the burnt notes. They do nothing. Really. And if nothing else, maybe later today we'll get to do Event of the Day, but until that moment, yeah, we still need 9 Perception and Prep Attack with the Army Knife, but I'll take 3 attack boosts. That's my compromise that I'd normally take. By the way, what do we have again? Maxed out level downtown. If I have Akamoto, we should set downtown. But if we have... no, we don't have Metamorphosis. I would have remembered that. Well, we're going to find out, actually. Perception? Nope. Never mind. Never mind. Haha. Roll badly, fool. But... 95%. Do we miss this? No, thankfully. And we have 7 dexterity to make this box cutter work, but until we have to really use it, or probably save it, we'll probably save it for Flood. I think I said that correctly the first time, but I heard myself stumble, so... Fun! Capital F, capital U, capital N, exclamation mark, fun. But as we keep Kana with us, because they're cool, lose dog shot that we never had, and we will grab experience here, because I'm going to be confident. Also, keeping in mind, we still have Mind Drain and the... Mind Drain, Memory Extract, and Ghostly Spear. So we have all the control in the world to just one-tap bosses, except for Flood, obviously, but close enough as doesn't matter. Especially with the Army Knife and or Box Cutter we have equipped. With 8 Perception and 7 Dexterity, yeah, we're sitting pretty here. Ghost Connection would help, though. And then we'll take... Well, no. You know what? Funny enough, Art Knowledge, because with 9 Perception, you can prep attack for the Army Knife, which feels pretty cool. So, well, yeah, we'll drop the RNG perk to take a guaranteed this. Keeping in mind that on a Narn Harbinger difficulty, we get to prep attack with the Army Knife immediately, because this character would start with 9 Perception. But as we just take stamina damage to the face and take more at the end of this mystery... Yeah, I've recently started liking high Perception a lot more because of the Army Knife. There is a threshold to break, and it's 9, and that's quite high, but still, that doesn't change the fact that you get to do a lot of fun stuff. That being said, do we want to brace here? I do. Now, this isn't guaranteed. Unless I do this, I could. Yeah, we can do this. So we Mind Drain, and then we can just prep attack with the Army Knife. This is guaranteed, by the way, because the character does start with Mind Drain. So that's a guaranteed 1 turn. With handcuffs. Without handcuffs, it's closer to a 3 turn with Brace, but still, it's still very, very good. As we get into Flood here. We'll keep slot C open in case we find something, but until we have to do anything else, we prep attack again. I forgot how many... I know hallucinations is one, but I forgot how many perception decrease... I didn't save that term. How many perception decreasing curses and injuries exist? If it's just hallucinations, then perception is a lot better state. Definitely more so than dexterity. I don't know what dexterity... You know, as much as dexterity has gotten buffs both to, like, dodge, weapons that now use dexterity... Mainly weapons that use dexterity now. As much as people like to hype up dexterity, there sure are still a lot of curses and injuries that decrease your dexterity for almost no reason. But as we go for another researcher here, I would rather visit the village in this case. I feel like the village has more stamina damage as we get another mind drain, but fine, so be it. I don't want to risk this curse, so we're going to do this. And Katana? That went into my storage, unfortunately. That's really unfortunate, but we'll stick with it for now. Again, mainly because we have Mind Drain. This is a guarantee on this character. If I did not have Mind Drain, I would probably have just rested to the end. We're still sitting pretty here because we have max 12 Reason and Mind Drain, but again, it's a very specific... I guess we might as well talk about it. So if you start with Mind Drain, you get to do a lot more things, and also obviously worry less about reason, but you get to break a lot more thresholds than I thought you did. I felt like Akamanto had a threshold breaker already, but I didn't know. And it's a combination of starting with Mind Drain and Perception, but assuming you get even 8 damage, you might be able to do some throw plays, as we trade off some stamina here, where you pretty much one-turn some bosses, or two-turn them really reliably without losing a lot of HP because of Mind Drain. And if nothing else, definitely 2 casts of Mind Drain puts you in a good 2-turn range. So yeah, it goes without saying Mind Drain and the Ghostly Spear are very powerful. And this character starting with the other perk thing, I forgot what the perk pack is called. I used to give it to a lot of characters and then I stopped for some reason, but the important part is that with Mind Drain, having that specific perk pack, which allows you to get Predestined, which increases max reason as well, allows you to use more Mind Drain, which is also very, very good. So, basically, if you want to make a character that uses Ghostly Spear and or Mind Drain, give them basically what this character has. It will do you a lot of good. Did I just increase Doom for no reason? I have Kazumi with me now, but it doesn't matter. We're so powerful. And then Memory Extract is a very good perk for emergency reason healing, because usually, if nothing else, you're going to be sitting on extra experience at the end of a run. But during a run, you'll probably have at least 20 experience anyway, so that's 4 reason you have on demand. And neither Mind Drain nor Memory Extract are penalized by Ath at the moment, so... And even if they were... So, you go one of 2 ways. Either you heavily, somehow, indirectly nerf Mind Drain and Ghostly Spear and Memory Extract by adding a big Doom cost. But if you add a big Doom cost, then no one's going to be using any spells, because the spells that cost Doom on Ath already are going to cost even more. But if you only make it so that if somehow Panstaz makes it so that on Ath, casting any spell is like Kyrie's Bag, where you spend Doom, then you're still going to use Memory Extract. Like, it nerfs all spells across the board. So unless those spells are specifically addressed, they're still going to be the best spells in the game, on top, along with some other spells, like Book of Gore. But, you know. So, yeah, I use... As you can see, I'm kind of autopiloting here because, well... Yeah, it's not just the spells, it's the Army Knife, it's the Perception into Army Knife as well. Perception... 8-9 Perception into Army Knife is a very powerful thing to have if you have any other high value start, which in this case is Mind Drain. But obviously having like Katana, even though your perception is low, perception in a lot of event checks allows you to decrease Doom. So Katana covers you on stamina and reason in terms of encounters, and then high perception allows you to decrease Doom by like 5-ish% reliably if you know your events, on top of anything else you're already doing in a run. But Yeah, this is what happens. So we probably don't even need to do this here. I'm gonna like improvise a little bit just to do so, but we really can fight this kind of normally. I even forgot to equip the box cutters. That's how my opinion on the army knife has changed. Actually, we get to brace. I mean, 7 strength, 9 perception, brace, strong attack. So be it. I forgot that the dull dice even sounds like Mizuki when you select Mizuki on the characters. Mizuki. But in any case, you get the point. We can even mind drain here. So I'm just gonna be a bit fancy and like do this. Never mind, that's right. We're still gonna mind drain because that's better for our reason, but hey. Actually, you know what? We're even gonna fight this boss here. I mean, I need to really... I really need to state how powerful this character is, gameplay-wise. Like... Really. Really, I can't stress how powerful this character is. I cannot stress it. Granted, I got Ghostly Spear as well, but... The whatchamacallit? Oh, we did get the katana, somehow. What? When did we get the... well, I guess I don't care. Like, we're gonna go into this boss fight with the army knife, and I'll show you just how strong this can be. Something that I will even failed at. You know what? Fair enough. We're taking a lot of all damage here because this is a Mystery 5 boss. This obsessed man is not gonna have a fun time. We're just gonna go all out here. We're just gonna go crazy at the end of this Ath run. The Zictast run is gonna be a bit more interesting, but for most other gods, yeah, Kathak we don't usually need to worry about. We have Mind Drain and high perception weapons, or strength weapons if you do so choose. And then for most other gods, you don't really need to talk about it. So, yeah, just Ghostly Spear, 1, 2, 3, Mind Drain again, Mind Drain again, Mind Drain again. And then Prep Attack, and we're out. Now, I will check my lighthouse here just to see what stats I can do, but it's been a long time since, things. Why are some of my items in gray? Do you mean like how they look like they're flashing right here? I think it's mainly because I haven't clicked on them to check on them at all. I definitely haven't clicked on any of them, so... usually though, flashing in this game means that, hey, it's something new that you've gotten in terms of items in your inventory. That's what it means. So they're actually flashing gray, but I haven't clicked on them at all because I haven't needed to. But that's what it means. So, let's move onward. And if it's not that, well, someone will correct me. Charisma, Dexterity, we do have a Strength check. Doesn't really matter. And in fact, we can get both to 8. So, yeah, we just walk up this lighthouse. I really don't care what checks I have. Yeah, I don't care. We could die to reason somehow, but that's very unlikely to happen. And even then, we have Memory Extract. So, yeah. Just to prove the point. We'll use it just so that we don't die. But... yeah, it's a run. Now, again, Zictast is going to be more interesting because we start with a lot... our stats are going to lower, so I can't use Army Knife reliably. But we'll see, we'll see. I'll still pick Illegal Den because Mind Drain is going to provide me some use in Zictast, but... it'll depend on our backstory as well, and for giggles, we'll do random item stats on. That does change your run quite a bit, or can. But if you get 7th Curse Zictast character exclusive custom character once more with random item stats, we do start with 7th Curse, so we can buy a weapon if we want to. The question is, do we want to? Second, Takushi-san, we do have the second encounter. Strength, Knowledge, Charisma, Dexterity, but all that really means is 9 Stamina and 2 Reason. So we're still going to leave Illegal Den. If nothing else, leaving the Hospital Pass is probably going to be what I want to do. And we're also going to use both of these. Midasu Touch plus 7th Curse is a very specific example of giving yourself enough funds. Now, the Army Knife could cost 6 funds, but we'll see. Mermaids, Footage, Festival Hell, Recluse. Well, we see a lot of Roads Closed shenanigans, so we're going to do Footage now. We're also going to hope for an Army Knife immediately, otherwise... ooh, we have to reroll. We'll take the Meat Cleaver and hope. Because strength is, we have 1 ZST in strength, which means we need to increase strength by 1, otherwise we're a lot likelier to die at 84% Doom. But while we're here, yeah, so we've gotten our item. Unfortunately, I'm gonna roll on another spell. Sure. But we'll see. Because what I'm afraid of... So we have a lot of forced investigations. Do I need to be worried about anything else? There's hospital, and then there's the village. I'm gonna set the police station to the school. Just to see. Now, I should have set that earlier, but I didn't. And we're gonna see what happens in this run. I don't need charisma, but it's much appreciated. Much appreciated. Okay, we have enough spells for this. I can come in clutch. Depends if I ever get an injury I care about, though. But we'll see. We'll see. Also, I think the items eventually just become gray if you don't check on them long enough because of how the game loads functions and whatnot. But that's just me. I don't know if that's a certainty. They are different colored because, yeah, I haven't clicked on them. So when I click on the handcuffs, they just become pure white with a white background, black text. And I would like to roll well, but, you know. Do I want to roll on RNG here? I could. Mind Drain at this point would be an option select, which I'm probably going to use. Also, we have a 5 damage meat cleaver apparently, so it's a lot slower, but I would rather that because if I hit this kick, I can get out in 1 turn. So I don't care that it's slower if it's doing extra damage for me. Here, anyway. We might want a better weapon anyway, but we have 6 strength now, so I don't have to worry about my stats anymore. We're still going to increase strength, but we'll do our best. All things considered, though, if my Doom efficiency is very, very good... Well, we could have used the Army Knife now, but if our Doom efficiency is very, very good, we should be able to survive this run reliably. Granted, we did start with 7th Curse, but... No, that's a big decider, actually. Having this Meat Cleaver with me saved a lot of HP. Basically got really lucky, but we're not out of the woods yet, so let's keep focusing. And we'll keep moving on. Festival, Hell, Recluse. Yeah, let's take Recluse now, while we have the reason to work with. And if we get a curse, we can use a stuffed toy, so that would be nice to pick up immediately as well. And yeah, while we're here, we're just going to do this. We could have lost reason there, but we do have to worry about Doom and our stats decreasing over time. So yeah. But yeah, not much else to this run. 7th Curse is a big savior, though. Let's not deny that it didn't save me a whole bunch of pain. If nothing else, Doom, but we can still work out on our mind. Without 7th Curse being active, we probably would have about effectively 45% Doom right now. So keep that in mind. Well, we effectively have at least 15% Doom because I did get Midasu Touch. So keep that in mind as we keep moving forward here. But yeah, here we just sit here and we can Mind Drain. We probably should Mind Drain at least once, but probably twice. So that we can keep our HP high. We should have more than enough max stamina. Just making sure I don't have Ghost Connection. Or did I say stamina? Reason. Moving forward. But basically HP overall. Festival, Hell, Mermaids. I'm gonna risk getting roads closed, and I'm gonna do Mermaids now. I guess Festival is gonna be a last mystery, because right after Festival, right after Mermaids, since I'm going to be burning the school down in-game, I want to get rid of the burn, so let's find out. Yeah, let's find out what happens to us. So... well, I mean, luck is luck, but... we do want to be as healthy as possible, is what I'm trying to say. We get to level up, but what's that gonna do for me? Please let there be a okay, Predestined is gonna help. If for no other reason than more Mind Drain casts, but the extra HP is much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Especially as we give ourselves burns here. We could notice the face as well. Then this allows us to take Festival next. Granted, we get a Zektas penalty, but that's not the worst thing to happen to us. And I think we have confirmed that you can run into 2 Zektas. I can run into 2 strength events back to back, is what I'm trying to say. But let's not bank on that and still try to make efficient use of Doom. That can help. I'm not gonna do so though. If any of them ask for reason, maybe. But we didn't get anyone else, so off we go. Again, it goes out without saying how valuable Mind Drain is, or Ghostly Sphere, but for those who have never heard it before, the reason why those 2 spells... Basically, the short answer, or the short advice I'd give is you don't have to worry that much about max stamina, max reason. If you're worried like, oh, it costs max stamina, max reason, that's dangerous. If you're not on Harbinger, you definitely have more than enough. Yeah, that's definitely 2 perception checks in a run, by the way. But on Harbinger difficulty, you should be more than comfortable going down to even max 7 stamina, max 7 reason, but you get the point here. It's that you have a lot of max stamina to work with, and the opposite side of... If you don't believe that, then for no other reason, then you're usually not going to be topped off in your run, which means that max stamina is pretty much dead weight at the moment. So you might as well use it to quote-unquote top yourself off. But in the case of Mind Drain, you're also healing reason, so... 1, you don't need the max reason, and 2, you're healing reason. So unless you're topped off on reason, which you're normally not, in my opinion, then Mind Drain is a very, very powerful spell. Ghostly Spear, in the same way. You don't heal stamina, but you don't need that much max stamina anyway. But if you are scared, then you can just be like me and be scared about... You can, hold on, let me just make sure I do this. 6 Doom for a Spiral Hood isn't that bad, especially since we have more than enough perception than we know what to do with. Yeah, it'd be great for perception checks, but when we roll a 12 plus 1 modifier, I don't care anymore. But, yeah, if you could be like me and only use Mind Drain and or Ghostly Spear a maximum of 2 times, because that's my comfort level, usually around 11 max stamina, 11 max reason. That's when I start going, do I really want to use either of those spells? So yeah, my back anyway. I think we have every single stat check. I don't care, but it would be great. Low threat level mansion. So yeah, just off we go immediately. And yeah, this is... Zektas gave us a lot of events, okay? And funny enough, just more specifically for this, or at least a character with the stats and the spell, mainly Mind Drain, but you get the point, is that... Shoot, I forgot what I was going to say now. Having Mind Drain specifically, while not every Zektas event removes reason, it is very nice to be able to heal what you lose in Zektas events through Mind Drain. That way, you're not actually losing anything. If anything, you're displacing you're trading the cost of what would be reason for max reason instead, if you get what I mean. Although, as we run into Rumaghost here, we are just gonna run. That's the one out I give myself. But 65% Doom, and we're on our last mystery, and we're burning this book here. So, yeah. Although, again, I won't want to keep saying, to remind myself, effectively we should be around at 80% Doom right now, and if we had roads closed, this could have quickly gone downhill. But Zektas decided to grace... You want to run into Zektas. Ultimately, Zektas events are going to help you out in the long run. Both for theoretically rolling on events, but also for fighting. Especially if it's the stat that you need. If not just strength. But you want to run into Zektas events. So this is also a very lucky run. But on the other side of things, if nothing else, we would be at about, let's say, 87% Doom right now, because I rest twice. 15% Doom to grab a weapon at all. We can equip the Spiral Hood, because we don't need Perception anymore. And yeah, profit. So yeah, we still have the handcuffs as well, but... like, we're so slow with the Meat Cleaver. That being said, we can also do this. So, Mind Drain, and then Handcuff. So yeah. But without further ado, I mean, even in general, you're still better off with Mind Drain and Memory Extract than you would be on a run without those two. With most other perks, items, spells that are given to you, you could do a lot worse, basically. I don't even remember because it doesn't matter. But yeah, as we finish this, if no one has any requests, I think now we'll finally close out this stream. Gone through 4 characters. That's more than what I normally do, but also because I think 3 out of the 4 characters are definitely stronger than usual, which means I can go through the run a lot quicker because I don't have to stop and think about what I have to do as much. But some thought is still very much appreciated. So without further ado, yeah, closing out the stream. If you have to leave, then I'd like to thank you for watching. Please support me in any way you want to. Even if you're already subscribed to the channel, obviously liking the video, commenting, engaging with the channel, if we're going to use the vocab of this site's phrases to explain things. But yeah, without further ado, I'd like to thank you that much. I'll do it again at the end, but yeah, just going to close out the stream for the next few minutes. Tomorrow's going to be the Nuzlocke. Sunday might be, well, it's going to be another World of Horror thing, but I might add something to the end. I'm still playing Hades 2, funny enough, so yeah, even though I haven't put out any videos. Getting back into the groove of event of the day. So definitely trying to focus on, making videos that are quicker to make for me. Although the quality may not be as high as I want to, I need to get more content out is basically what I'm trying to say. That being said, I'm also busy doing other stuff as well, game development aside. So, on top of that anyway, is what I wanted to say. So, game development, other stuff, and then this channel. And this channel, I'm piling more on this channel, so that's only gonna increase my workload. But I also have to work smarter and not just harder as well, because if I don't work smarter, what do I get out of anything really? Aside from, personal improvement as a human being, but also focusing on game dev stuff. But this channel also exists to also get my brain flowing, so I at least keep my brain in shape as I continue developing my games. But, at that point, what are we going to do, really? So, yeah, moving on. If I do anything on Sunday, aside from Event of the Day, which I'm also planning to do today as well, but Event of the Day today, maybe on Saturday, and definitely on Sunday I should, but it depends on what I get done. Otherwise, yeah, I might throw up the game that I'm developing somewhere. It'll be a very, very base prototype because I haven't done everything yet, but we'll get things started. Might as well start somewhere and ease it in. And that'll come on top of everything I'm doing on this channel, because again, it shouldn't be too hard to do. I'm normally of the opinion of trying to add things on top of what I'm doing rather than replacing. Replacing has often not worked out well for at least for my observations and then my opinion based on those observations for most content creators and streamers. But unless you're obviously swapping games out because you're doing a variety of content, that makes some sense. Obviously everything in its own situation, but here obviously I do mostly World of Horror stuff, which makes sense. And if nothing else, I want to give World of Horror its due because it's done a lot for me. But yeah, anywho, without further ado, I'm not going to hold you up any longer. I'd like to thank you for watching. Support me the way you want to support me, and I'll see you when I see you. Again, tomorrow around this time is going to be the Nuzlocke as well. So yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Thank you for watching. Bye!